What's up, Internet? Hope you guys are having a great. Today's Friday. Today's Friday. It's been a very busy week for me. I've had a lot of meetings and I've been very busy doing a lot of different technical things. I've actually been writing a lot of software, which is refreshing and fun. I think one thing that's been on my mind a lot lately is how to manage a community really well, an online community. And I've been engaged in online communities for quite some time. I have built a few myself to varying levels of engagement and degree of success, I would say. I think my most successful one was around one of my a couple of my indie projects, like through a Kickstarter campaign where I raised some funds for a software project. That was super cool. And then kind of that desktop application for Mac OS. I've built a really neat community around that as well. And then, of course, there are startup communities that around the companies that I was building. Those were fun as well. But I have never been a part of such a fast-growing, vibrant, engaged community like I have been with my brother's project, the Bitcoin Pub, link below. And that's been really exciting because, well, again, it's kind of a new experience for me. I've never seen this much activity this quickly with these types of growth numbers, and the statistics on this particular community are really off the charts, at least again from my experience over the last decade or so. And we can barely keep up technologically with the systems and the platforms that we've built, which is a great problem to have. Like, you never want to over-engineer those things in the beginning, especially just because you want to be strategic with your costs. But I think the thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately is how do we manage a community really well? One, again, especially one that's scaling so quickly. What are the systems that you put in place for moderators and community leaders? What are the incentives that you build, that you natively build in through the system, or that the that the people bring culturally to the board? You know, it's a little bit of a fine line between being super hands-on and wanting everything not to implode and kind of move toward a state of entropy and chaos. But at the same time, it's exciting to see all these people self-organize in a way that actually builds conversation and engagement and excitement. I don't have any conclusions to that, but it's something that my brother and I are talking about consistently, is how we do this well. How do we manage and really be a steward of an online community as best as we possibly can? And so this is a neat period for me because I'm growing in areas that I had no idea that I'd be growing in, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for me to learn about online communities, how they function at scale with this type of growth and velocity. And that is exciting because I'm filling in gaps of my own knowledge base and experience that I think are going to be very valuable short and long term. But if you have any thoughts about that, I would love your thoughts because I'm kind of in data collection mode. But that's really it. Just how do we manage communities well? How do we do it properly? How do we not stave off growth, but also minimize, again, entropy? Those are the things that I've been thinking about recently. And ultimately, I think it boils down to a number of core principles that you establish for the community: being respectful and being encouraging and educational and empathetic and aware. But it's sometimes hard to communicate that again at scale. One thing I have been thinking about and actually doing is reading much more up about communities like Imgur and Reddit in particular, and just reading. There's a lot of history that's been created with how Reddit and the founders like Alexis Ohanian and Huff, like how those guys really built a community well. And thankfully they've done a lot of talks and even written large articles about how they've done it and achieved success. And so I've been a student of their process over the last many years of Reddit, and seeing how they have progressed. So that's been some really neat content that I've been consuming. Otherwise, I have a lot of work to do, so that's kind of the one thought for the day, Friday. Hope you guys have a great day. And great weekend. Moving to the second week of September. There's so much going on, but I'm excited about the future. I'm very excited about what's going on. And my to-do list app, I know some of you are waiting, is positively awesome. I'm using it every single day, which is exactly what I hoped I would do. There's still a lot of bugs and still a lot of things that are fundamentally broken, but at the core, it is doing exactly what I want, keeping me accountable, giving me the opportunity to check things off, capture ideas and things that need to do, and creating a very nice system workflow that follows what I natively do already, but adding like those additional plugs, actions that can really accelerate my productivity. So I can't wait to share that with all of you sometime soon. So sign up to my newsletter, also linked below, and that's about it.